When it comes to love, sometimes we feel up, sometimes we feel down.
That's very accurate. Cody's Caravan on the floor this time. He's live in Sacramento meeting a man who knows a thing or two about this type of love.
Indeed, indeed. This is Justin Zhao, and he has a YouTube page all about elevators.
Yeah.
You love elevators.
Oh, I do. I love elevators so much. I made a YouTube channel dedicated about elevators. You know, it's just such an interesting thing to, you know, have a topic about, and to make a channel dedicated to elevators. It's just, you know, something I've always wanted to do, you know, to share my interest with the world, you know.
We've got some video from his YouTube page. I pulled one, I think, from Toronto that I thought was fabulous. It was like all these different, like, reflective services and and stuff.
Yeah, that was in a department store in Toronto, and like, see elevators like that, you know, you don't come across those that often, so, you know, it's cool to see those, and I thought, you know, other people might find that interesting too, so I'll share it, you know, and maybe someone will find it interesting, and well, you found it interesting.
And 30,000 people you have 30,000 subscribers. Oh, so we're at Macy's at Doco,
yes.
And it's kind of where, not this particular elevator, but one elevator here is what got you into elevators.
Yeah, so some people might remember, but there used to be like a glass elevator outside in the mall, and it would go underground, and then it would go up to the second floor. So I remember riding that all the time when I was a little kid. So that kind of like started my interest in elevators, because I thought it was so interesting to, you know, to like, it's like a rocket ship to me, you know. I thought it was so cool. And then I went to all the other elevators in this mall, and that kind of like that was the start of it. And I was like, wow, every elevator is different. I want to see what the other ones look like. And yeah, the rest is history.
I was thinking that you must have been the most cheap kid to have to entertain. You know, to Disney World, just go to the elevators. But it became a problem for your family because they all had to sit around as you rode elevators all the time.
Exactly. They all I'm sure they got very impatient sometimes. We would be like in a rush, but I would see an elevator, I gotta go ride it. You know, and nowadays, you know, I just go off on my own and ride as many elevators as I want. Sometimes I ride 300 elevators in one day.
Really?
Yep. And like back then, I was kind of restricted. You know, I had to have one of my parents, you know, take me because I was, you know, a little kid. But it was all fun, you know.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna explain to you a bit about elevators. I've been hanging out with them for like 35 minutes, and I've already learned more about elevators than I ever thought I knew. But we're in this one in Macy's in Doco, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons.
Yes.
4 buttons. But this elevator only goes to 3 stories. Why is that, Justin?
So when they built this store, they had the possibility of maybe adding a 4th floor on top of it if there needed to be a reason for that. So when they had Montgomery Elevator Company install these elevators, they put a 4th floor button on there just in case. But obviously that never happened. So now we have a 4th floor button that doesn't do anything. And we have a spot on the indicator that is for a 4th floor, but
there's no 4th floor.
Nope.
See? One of the fascinating things you were learning about elevators today. So coming up, we're going to have him break it down. We're not going to break down the elevator, but we're going to talk about how these things work, because I think that most people have no idea. I thought I did, but I don't. Justin corrected me earlier. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Am I the one who feels like it would have been easier to just replace the panel with the buttons if you added a 4th floor?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's already there.
Like, you just unscrew it, change some wires, put the new one in.
It's an aspirational floor.
An aspirational floor.
It's aspirational, Joe.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll get the 4th floor. Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Cody.
One man travels all over to take a ride in elevators, and then he captures his journey and shares it on social media.
So Cody is live from Doco, ready to ride the elevator as many times as necessary. Hi, Cody.
Good morning to you guys. Yes, this is my buddy Justin. He loves elevators. You love elevators.
Yes.
Matter of fact, one of the first things you tell people when you meet them is,
I love elevators. You're going to be hearing it nonstop from me. Yep.
So the whole love of elevators started with basically Macy's down here, right?
Yeah, it started with Macy's and the mall that used to be connected to it, Downtown Plaza. There used to be a glass elevator out there, and I rode that all the time when I was a little kid. And I thought it was so cool how it would go underground, and then you would like go up into the sky. I thought it was like a rocket ship. You know, it's just like really cool for, you know, a little kid. And so like I came here all the time just to ride that elevator.
Just ride the elevator.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And now you're a grown man, and you're still into elevators.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you work on elevator parts, right?
Yeah, I build controllers for elevators right now. But eventually I want to, you know, be in the trade and install them, you know. But yeah, it's been a lifelong interest.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever outgrow it.
Well, there's plenty of elevators out there, so, you know, you're going to continue to travel the world. I was wondering if you could do us a favor. The elevators are something that people, they use all the time, but they don't think about it all, at all. Matter of fact, I came in here and I was like, I don't know nothing about elevators, and you've been teaching me. So let's talk a little bit about elevators. You've got these. This is from your personal collection.
Yeah, these are just a couple of parts. So like when I'm not out riding elevators or editing videos of them, I wire them on my free time. So these are like old components for elevators that have been either demolished or replaced with newer parts. So I wire them, and they all do stuff when you play with them.
So if you've ever wondered what it looks like behind those things, this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. So that's the up and down button.
Yep.
And then that's the lights that let you know.
Yeah, this would have been above the elevator door, and it would like let you know when the elevator arrived at your floor.
That is fantastic. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about elevators. What we see in the movies,
Yeah.
I know it's hard for people to believe, is not real.
Yeah, so there's two types of elevators. The ones that you always see in the movies with like the cables, they will like climb down the shaft or whatever. Like that. That's one type of elevator, but there's another type of elevator called hydraulic elevators, and those don't have cables. So like, for example, these elevators behind us, they don't use cables. They use hydraulic pistons and hydraulic fluid to push them up.
Oh.
So they don't have like cables or anything or a tall shaft to climb down. It's just all hydraulic fluid, you know?
That's so interesting. Okay, we're going to keep talking elevators because, you know, when you're with Justin, you're talking elevators. We'll show you a service elevator coming up. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Cool.
So
Thanks,
he
Cody.
watches elevators or movies like I watch when there's like a TV news thing. I'm like, that's so fake. They would never do that.
Right.
Yeah.
He watches
Exactly.
elevators like that. That's interesting.
Thanks, Cody.
Thank you, Code. You know, we all have our things. I like golf. You like
Dance.
broccoli. And I guess dance. Yeah, that's a better one. I agree, but it's not the best, as she says it is. But anyway, there was one man whose thing is elevators.
Yes, Cody is live with him in Doko with all the up and down details. Hi, Cody.
Good morning to you guys. Go ahead and open
Where
up
are
that
we?
elevator there, Justin. Yes, we're talking about elevators today. Justin, my friend, loves elevators. We are on the, what is this we're on right now?
Freight elevator right here at Macy's Doko.
And it's a Montgomery elevator,
Montgomery
like your hoodie.
1963.
Oh,
And,
really? This was in
it's
when they first
63
opened the store?
Montgomery.
Yeah, and it has the capacity to lift almost 9,000 pounds. Yeah, it's a big elevator.
Thank goodness I just lost 20, or we would be over the limit. Okay, so there's a couple things about this elevator I want to show off real quick. One is this sign up here. This sign up here. What is that from, Justin?
So I actually left Macy's when I got my main elevator job. So I put that there just for fun, but I came back like 3 months later, and I just thought it would be funny to just leave it up.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of just like a memory.
Why not?
It's
Why
like
not?
a couple years old now.
I love it. I love it. Also, there's something else in this elevator I want to show people. This right here. You're doing a documentary about this store.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a little dedication to the store, and like it'll talk about the history, and it'll. I interviewed a lot of my fellow colleagues here, so I'll be putting that in the video, just kind of like as an honor to the store, just because it's been here for so long, and it means a lot to a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
Exactly.
So I'm just like, I think
Exactly.
I'll
This
do-
store really changed your life.
Yes.
It really did, because this is kind of where it all began. Okay, so you promised to show me behind the scenes. So Sean's going to go around the corner right here. We're going to show you the control room where this elevator works out of, and you're going to explain some stuff to us. So what are we looking at here, my friend?
All right, so that right there is the controller. So that's basically the brains for the elevator and how it works. You know, it's got the door locks on there. It's got the motor starter, the thing that tells the elevator to when it's okay to go up. And then if you look to your left, you'll see the big tank that's full of hydraulic fluid, which is like oil. And once the elevator goes up, you'll see the motor start, and you'll hear the hydraulic fluid be pushed into the elevator shaft.
And this is a hydraulic elevator. We learned that earlier. Yeah. One more thing. If you guys could pull up that picture of young Justin next to the elevator that started it all, we are going to make his universe. We're going to take him back to the station and let him ride our elevator. That little kid's all grown up now, and dreams come true.
Wow.
I'm not sure about our elevator, but you can check it out. Yeah, so we're coming back to the station so he can ride our elevator.
Now, I don't know how much you've told him about the elevator, but it only goes one floor, but it takes as long as 10.
That's true. You can run up and down the stairs 10 times before the elevator gets to the top. Maybe he'll tell us how to fix it. Who knows?
Oh,
who knows?
Maybe he'll fix it. That's a good point. Thank you, Code. Looking forward to that.
Cody's Caravan, we are live in West Sacramento. West Sacramento, Justin. Okay, so how many elevators did you ride last year?
Over 2,000 elevators.
Over 2,000 elevators. Would it make this year come true if I let you ride the elevator here at the station?
Yeah, sure.
That's a good point. Lower your expectations. Hit that button, my friend. Here we are. Come on in. Come on in into our fabulous elevator. Now, what kind of elevator is this, Justin?
It looks like it's probably a Capitol elevator or a National elevator, just by looking at this. What? Can we go up to 2?
Let's go up to 2. Let's see what's up there. I never get to go upstairs. I don't know what's there.
This thing's very old.
Your love of elevators, of course, started when you were a small child. Was there any point where you went, elevators aren't cool anymore? Like when you were a teenager, just went all the way through?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just ever since I was little, and then every single day after that, like it never got old.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up here?
Are you blocking the door, Sean? Come on in, Sean. You can take another ride. Do you go out of your way to ride elevators?
All the time. Sometimes I'll drive like hours to a city to see a specific elevator.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you know, it's fun because you're exploring new places at the same time. So it's like you get to see new buildings, you get to see what kind of elevators there are, and it's kind of like that's fun to me, you know, to just like building hop and just see what kind of elevators, because every building has a different elevator.
Just like cars, they're all different.
Like
is this a hydraulic elevator or a cable elevator?
Traction. But this would be a hydraulic elevator.
Oh, okay.
And you can even see on the certificate it says hydroelectric.
Ah.
Hydroelectric.
Okay. All right. Anything else special about this elevator we should know about? Is it haunted?
No, but it doesn't have a floor indicator, so you don't really know where you're at. But I mean, it's just 2 floors, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Tell folks at home how to watch your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, if you go on YouTube and you type in Jowevator 3219, one of my videos is bound to pop up.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. This is so fun today. Bye, everybody. We're done. You can close that door. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye. Got places to go.
Thanks, Cody.